This is the best hotel in the Grand Canyon, the historic El Tovar Hotel. It opened in 1905, and in this video, I'm going to show you around. I'll show you around the hotel property, what's around it. I'll show you the inside of one of the rooms, the standard queen room. Then I'll share with you my pros and cons of this hotel and let you know, is it worth it? Should you consider staying here or not? All right. Let's go. But before I show you what the hotel looks like today, I want to share with you a little bit of the history, the story as told to us by the brochure they left in the room, the story of El Tovar. When the Santa Fe Railroad first reached the Grand Canyon, construction immediately began on a first-class hotel to accommodate travelers. Built of native boulders and Oregon pine, the majestic 100-room hotel opened January 14, 1905. It was named El Tovar in honor of the Spanish explorer Pedro de Tovar, who had led the first expedition to Hopi Indian country in 1540. The Fred Harvey Company was the logical choice to run the new El Tovar. Fred Harvey had been building and operating outstanding facilities for food and rest along the Santa Fe route since 1876. Nothing was spared to make this one of the great hotels of its era. The building was completely equipped with electric lights powered by its own steam generator. Railroad tank cars brought fresh water for the hotel from Del Rio, 120 miles away. Fresh fruit and vegetables were grown in greenhouses on the premises, and the hotel even had its own dairy. The most important single consideration, however, was to extend genuine hospitality and the utmost courtesy to the new hotel's guests. This tradition has been strictly maintained to this day, and Xanterra, the operator of this hotel, really hopes you enjoy your stay, or hopes I enjoy my stay. All right, let me show you around the hotel today. All right, now that we know all about the history, let's take a look at what the hotel is like today. This is the main drive up to the El Tovar Hotel. You can see it is 3 stories, roughly above ground, and then 1 story below ground in what they call the terrace. In the front porch right here, there's a number of nice chairs that you can sit on, rocking chairs. This is the main entrance, but before I go in there, I want to show you some of the other entrances and the outside of it, just so you get a sense of place. Okay, the second entrance to the El Tovar is the side entrance right here. This one's unique because it's got the American flag, and then it's situated like 20, 30 steps down to the view of the Grand Canyon. And it's right along the rim trail, so you can walk along this 14 miles to see views. There's the Hopi House, the Verkamp's Visitor Center, and then the hotel's parking lot is just right out here. And then looking at the back side of the hotel, these windows are the El Tovar dining room. This is the rim walk in the other direction where you'll find the Kachina, Thunderbird, and then Bright Angel lodges down this path. It's about a 5-minute walk to the Bright Angel. Now that we've seen everything around the hotel, let's check out the inside. We're gonna go ahead and go in through the main entrance doors right here, double doors. And as we go in the lobby, you'll notice the animal heads up on the ceiling. It was built to resemble a hunting lodge. There is a fireplace that you can sit at right over here to warm up your hands or your feet. And then in here, there is the gift shop where you can pick up, all the swag that you've never known that you've needed. And then as we go, here's me again, as we go the other way, this way, there is the second gift shop, although they call this one the El Tovar newsstand, where yes, there is still a daily Grand Canyon newspaper. I'm here over the holidays, and so in the center there is a Christmas tree. Behind the Christmas tree is the entrance to the El Tovar dining room. We took a look at the windows on the other side, but this is a really grand dining room in the grandest tradition. I've had some really great meals here. I had Christmas dinner here with a delicious prime rib to start, a great lobster bisque, a red velvet cake to top it off. If you want to eat at the dining room, you do have to make reservations for lunch and dinner. Breakfast is just walk right in. I had a really good set of the pancake trio with prickly pear syrup and Eggs Benedict on the next day. Now for lunch and dinner, you can also go to the cocktail lounge. This one has a more limited menu than the main dining room, but this one doesn't require reservations. You can just turn up and essentially wait in line. Okay, coming back in the lobby from the cocktail lounge, just on the other side of the Christmas tree is the check-in desk. This is where you check in for the El Tovar Hotel. This is also where you would check in for the Kachina Lodge, the associated kind of 1970s style motel. Now there are rooms on the ground floor this way, and this is actually where my room is. It's down this hallway. To go to the terrace, it's one level below, right down there. Down this staircase are public restrooms for the lobby, ice machine and soda machine down there. There is still a mailbox where you can put your mail in and picked up by the postal service. And then down that hallway is the other side exit or entrance. Now, I'll point out there's no elevators or escalators, just a staircase. But as we go up this main staircase, we see a picture here of Fred Harvey. This hotel was originally operated by the Fred Harvey Company, which was purchased by Xanterra, who operates it now. So up here on the second floor is a really neat part of the lobby. It's like just kind of like a hangout spot where people come here and sit at these tables. And from here, you can see the lobby down below. That's the front door that we walked into, the newsstand on the right, and the gift shop on the left, and the animal heads wearing Santa Claus hats. There is a second fireplace right up here where you can stay warm, and they've got coffee up here too. Christmas tree up here, television up here. I haven't seen that on yet, but what they do have in the corner is they have a whole bunch of board games. So if you don't have internet or good internet, the hotel does provide internet, but if you want to cherish some of those old school traditions, then you can pick up a board game and play dominoes or something like that with the family. And going up to the third floor, this brings us to the top set of rooms. There's lots of art throughout the building, a couple extra seating chairs here, interesting piece of furniture at the top of this staircase, interesting Navajo art along the hallways, and these are definitely going to be the fanciest rooms, the suites, with 2 staircases also on either side of the hotel, in addition to that main one in the center. Now that we've seen everything around the hotel, let's check out the inside of one of the rooms. This is the floor with the lobby. The lobby's right there. I am in room 6426, a standard queen room. Will you notice the door stays open? Apparently in 1905, they didn't have automatic door closers, and so this door just closes off your own muscles. What a concept. All right, coming back into the room, we see one queen size bed right there. It is a small, cozy room. Definitely in 120 years ago, they didn't make them super large. There are windows that open. My view, what is it? This is what it looks like in the daytime, so you can see what's out that window. There is heating and air conditioning here in this corner. Flat panel television. Underneath that TV is the fridge in the room, and you know what? The bed in the room, it's so small that this doesn't open all the way, but a little mini fridge for your stuff, including a little freezer section there on top. 2 chairs over here, plus a little table that has the coffee machine and some interesting mugs on it. What do these mugs have on them? These are kind of like some Native American prints on these mugs. Anyway, that's kind of cool. On the nightstand, they have the story of the El Tovar Hotel. This is a connecting room, so it connects over there, and it also connects over there. The closet in the room is right here behind this curtain. In the closet, place to put your luggage if you're so inclined, a ironing board, and a safe up there. My jacket already in there. I'm here in winter. It's cold. The bathroom, pleasantly big compared to the size of the rest of the room. Nice, interesting tile on the floor. Toilet, sink, not really much space to put stuff on the side of it. There's a little glass shelf over here. The mirror has an interesting angle to the mirror out this way. Small bathtub, one fixed head up here, and a window. Also, interestingly enough, though, they put a little thing in front of it. and some of these standard El Tovar soaps and shampoos. Canyon Spirit is what they say. Little table here in the corner and the spot for towels. Oh, and there's one more mirror that's here on this door. All right, well, now that we've seen around the room, it is time for the final hotel review, where I'm gonna share with you my pros and cons of the hotel and answer the question, is it worth it, and should you consider it staying here or not? But before I get into the pros and cons, if you watch Yellow Productions regularly, you'll know that my traveling panda Tovar helped me rate all hotels on a scale of 1 to 5 Tovars. And so Tovar, how many Tovars does the El Tovar Hotel get? It's gonna get 4 Tovars. All right, so now let's talk about the pros and the cons of why this hotel got 4 Tovars. And Tovar, why don't you sit right back here? That's a good spot for you. Pros, the first pro is the location. It is amazing. Like, definitely this is the best location of all of the hotels in the Grand Canyon National Park. Now, certainly there are 3 others, the Kachina, the Thunderbird, and the Bright Angel, that are all right near this one, but I think the location of this one is even better, because I think if you wanna watch sunrise or sunset, it's just right out from the hotel, which is truly amazing. The other pro is the hotel definitely is historic, but it's been kept historic in a way that doesn't seem run down. So it's nice. It's like, I also really appreciated the staff in the beginning. As part of the story of El Tovar, there was this thing where they said that they always wanted to treat guests right. And I really felt like I was treated right. When I checked in, I said to the front desk clerk, I said, hey, I'm a light sleeper. Can I go to a quiet room? And she looks at my room and she's like, oh, your room's right next to the lobby. That's not quiet. And then she's like, maybe I can move you over here. And she couldn't find anything because it's all pretty busy here during Christmas, New Year's type break. And then the manager was listening, and the manager was like, oh, let me see what I can do. And she's like, oh, we've got one room just like yours available down this other hallway, which is much quieter. And let me tell you, it was very quiet. I slept like a baby, and I appreciated not being on the hallway that goes out from the restaurant to like the view, because that's where my room was originally. And they're like, that would definitely not be good for sleeping. And then they said, hey, when you go to breakfast from, get there early, get there 7 in the morning, because it can be really busy later, and definitely get the Eggs Benedict because it's delicious. And she was right. And so I appreciated that really friendly, helpful front desk touch. Speaking of meals, another pro is the dining room. Like, it's really good food in this dining room. It's a really good breakfast. It's a big dining room. The staff was all super friendly and helpful. And I appreciate this morning when I had breakfast. You know, I got there right at 7 when they opened, and I was served and done with my breakfast by 7:30 so that I could get outside to see the sunrise. It didn't take forever. It was very quick. I could have sat there for longer if I wanted to and watched the sunrise from inside, but I like to do time lapses and things like that outside, so that worked out better. Another pro is the gift shop in the lobby. I mean, all hotels have gift shops, but actually the Kachina or the Thunderbird hotels right next to it have no gift shop. You'd have to come over to the El Tovar or to the Bright Angel, but really useful to be able to pick up some snacks on my way to hiking today. I picked up some trail mix from the gift shop, and they even have like hiking supplies if you need like spikes to put on your shoes or something like that. They've got spikes to put on your shoes, so a well-stocked gift shop. And you know, when I got to the room and looked at the bathroom, I thought the window was kind of weird, but actually in the morning I really appreciated the window because it made the bathroom like super bright, nice to take a shower in the morning. And overall the room was comfortable. I'm here in the winter, and so it was warm. Like, I turned on the heat to 72 before I went to bed. I turned the heat off and it was 67 when I woke up, so that was pretty pleasant. Unlike the Bright Angel that I stayed at my first night here, where like I was freezing all night because the heat did not keep up at all with how cold it is here right now. All right, so those are the pros. What are the cons? First con, it's expensive. Oh, did I tell you the price yet? $443 per night is what I paid for this single queen room. I was here for 2 nights. Compare that to the Bright Angel that was $229 a night, half the price of this one. So that's the first con. It is expensive. It is a premium price. And with that premium price, I would expect some more premium things in my room. For example, the bed sheets are the same as they are at the Bright Angel, which are really kind of cheesy bed sheets. They're like a fleece with a sheet over it. They're not like a soft, comfy comforter or duvet or something like that. I would expect in the bathroom some premium bath amenities, soap, shampoos, that sort of stuff, as opposed to the no brand pumps that they have in there. I would also expect soft Kleenex, the nose tissues, like really hard. I just have bad allergies and I gotta blow my nose all the time, and combined with the dryness out here, I need to like go get some Vaseline from the like roughness of the Kleenex. You know, there are these little things that I pick on because I review hotels, so I pick on these little things. But these are the things that like are the difference between a 4 Tovar and a 5 Tovar for the price of $450 a night. The premium amenities of the room just weren't there. Also, the premium furniture in the room was just not there too. I mentioned that it's historic. You know, the like furniture didn't really fit all that well in the room. Like the bed and then the thing to open up for the fridge, like you couldn't open up the fridge all the way. Like it seemed like they didn't do a good job measuring when they put that furniture in, and it's probably been a while since they've upgraded the furniture, so I think the guest room furniture is in need of a little bit of an update. Oh, 2 more quick cons I forgot to add earlier, but I remembered as soon as I walked back into my room. The first one is no daily housekeeping. Not even an option. Like, they're like, I've got 2 nights. They're like, just to let you know, there is no stay over housekeeping provided. We'll take out your trash, sure, we'll bring you more towels, but we won't come in and like really clean your room. For $450 a night, I would expect daily housekeeping. COVID has been long over. Let's go ahead and get back to it. The second con is the parking situation. It's annoying is what I would call it. It's a Grand Canyon thing more than a hotel thing, but there's no dedicated hotel parking lot. I mean, there's a parking lot out in front of the hotel, but it's not dedicated to hotel guests. Anybody can park there, and anybody does. Lots of people who come to see the view because it's a great viewpoint, or to the info booth or things like that. And so it means that often the hotel parking is full, which means you end up pulling in front to drop off your stuff and then parking far away and then coming to the hotel. Something worth knowing is that when you get to the hotel, you might not be able to park close by. But overall, would I stay here again? Was it worth the price? And this is also in comparison to the Bright Angel Lodge that I stayed at for half the price, and I'm gonna say it actually was worth the price to stay here. My first night at the Bright Angel Lodge, it wasn't good. It wasn't a good night. It was noisy, I couldn't sleep, it was cold. If you're here in the summer, there's no AC at the Bright Angel, so you'll be hot, where I felt like having AC, having heat, being in a building where like you kind of get all that, I think that's super great. Also, the staff was really great. Also, being right next to the dining room is really great too. So all those things combined, I think, make it worth it. You know, you're not gonna spend a week here, but for a night or 2 to have this premium location in the Grand Canyon is worth it. And so should you stay here or not? If you think it's worth it, then you should. If you don't want to stay here and you don't want to stay at the Bright Angel because there's no heating or air conditioning, the other 2 that are kind of right in the middle are these sort of 1970s motel style things, the Thunderbird and the Kachina. I would look at those because they're a little bit cheaper. They're not going to have the history or the charm that this place does. But they are gonna have a similar premium location. By the way, if your travels are gonna bring you to the Grand Canyon, you might enjoy my video right here about the Grand Canyon. And if you're wondering, Chris, really, you talked about the Bright Angel Lodge a lot. What did that really look like? You'll find my review of the Bright Angel right here as soon as it's done. All right, well, fellow explorers, as usual, I won't say goodbye because we are gonna see you in the next video.